Friday, May 5th, TGIF, but we don't get a break because rehearsals continued and we have 5 more acts to talk about. These are the first 5 acts of semi-final 2. They were Serbia, Austria, former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, Malta, and Romania. Should we talk and review? Let's do this! First up was Serbia's Tijana. She sings about being in too deep, and she finally was in too deep with some very nice water visuals. Overhead, looking down, there's still the waves, but now there's almost like a 3D effect where she's not swimming, but she's drowning. That's very powerful. She sounded great. She's got a new dress. The dress, like Lindida's, is see-through and white, but it makes it so much better. She's no longer in her bedclothes.
Yes, I still think the song is better than the staging, but the dress does add a lot. It also adds a lot that Tijana's vocals are on point and the vocal mix is working perfectly too. The stage is still a little empty, but there's a bit more interaction with Tijana and the backing dancer. She's not acting as if he's a bad smell that she can't even look at, so that works, but I still feel let down.
Yeah, there were minor improvements, but they were kind of just that. They were minor improvements, it felt like to me. The water maybe felt like there was a bit more of that. It kind of popped a little bit more. But after that, I don't really know. It kind of felt like, compared with some of the improvements we've seen from other acts, maybe, this wasn't quite there. I don't think that she's quite in contention to qualifying yet, having just seen that. I do like her dress though, It kind of works. It's better than what she was wearing the other day, at least.
Yeah, unlike Lindita, she's not really a space warrior. She's more of going to the high school prom, going to a wedding as a bridesmaid, but I like it. Now look, we turn to Austria. Nathan Trent still got the swagger, still got the smile, still got the crescent moon. He dances on it, pulling a little, like he's Tarzan on the moon. The biggest improvement is that now they shine a bright light on his plastic table, so when he walks onto it, you don't know there's a plastic table there, so he does appear to be walking on clouds. They still need to tweak it just a little, but perhaps people who didn't see it previously won't know there's a table that he's walking on.
Yes, the song is still as cheesy as ever. Nathan's still as cheesy as ever. His teeth are still as cheesy as ever. But
the moon is made of cheese.
Yes, it is. And I've lost my train of thought. Yes, it's no longer Luan DC 2.0. It's running on air 1.0. There's more shade. It's less bright pink. I still can see the table though.
Oh,
it doesn't look as noticeable, but it's still there. But it's a competent performance. Yeah. Will it qualify? I'm not confident.
Less pink, more grapefruit.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of an issue in that I don't think they can have any more fog really on the stage. I think that's the problem. Like, if they had more fog, they could cover the Perspex table, but otherwise probably going to be smothering the entire audience or have an Ina Sublati incident from 2015 again.
Yes.
But no, it was good. There were a couple of vocal issues in the first 2 run-throughs. The final run-through he was fine again, and I think he might just be a bit worn down. I know how he feels. But there's still good elements there. He's still kind of thereabouts for qualifying. I think he might finish 11th maybe. But I think he might sneak in.
I hope he does. He's a lovely, lovely guy. We move on to former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, Jana Berčeska. I'm just going to defend her. People were saying she looked like a slut, basically, in the first rehearsal. I thought she was just being coquettish and having fun. This time, she's wearing her stage costume, so those moves, the flirtation, makes more sense, and so I think it will offend less people. I've never been offended by this. She's wearing kind of, hot pants, knee-high boots, thigh-high boots. She's wearing kind of a flapper top, plunging neckline with little frills all around, and it makes the dance moves make more sense now, and so I think she won't get so much shade. I think vocally she is getting stronger. They're working on their mixing. I really like this, actually. I was watching it, and for the first time since I've been around, I said, oh, this could qualify. I was really feeling it, because it's such a good studio track. Let's all step away from the Eurovision bubble. You hear this, it's a good track.
It makes me so sad. The day this song came out, everybody was like, Jana Berčeska, the savior of Eurovision 2017. And now we're in this position where she's not even borderline qualifier. She's almost guaranteed non-qualifier, I think.
No.
Just the staging, it's so amateurish and messy. The vocal mix still isn't right, I don't think. And then the costume. The costume is an improvement on what she had on for the first rehearsal. But it's as if she went to Greta Salome's dress designer from last year and was like, can I have that but just more appropriate for the disco? And they've got the scissors to it, chopped off some of the frills and sprinkled some glitter.
Love that look.
The glitter on shit look.
Looks good. Glitter on shit slays.
Not that Jana is shit. I think Jana deserves better staging. Yes, she does deserve
This
better.
looks nice. Did you see her image in the background? They had her voguing in the camera.
Staging, but she deserves to have more dancers. Like she's dancing alone, but she has no one to dance alone from. That if there was somebody over there, they could tell the story.
I'm gonna go dance alone. Look, I'm over here dancing alone. No, but I'm over there and y'all are over here. There are people in the audience.
But she has no one.
There are people in the audience.
And see, they had a narrative in the music video and they've completely ditched that just to have her doing her own little moves. And it doesn't look choreographed. It's as if they were like, Jana, you have to sing, do what you like on stage.
Freestyle, honey.
I do prefer the new outfit. I think that, everybody loves a bit of fringe, I think. Although I do get your point about the Greta Salome thing. But I think I actually do agree. If it looks empty, and that's the thing, Blanche maybe filled it a little bit more, but it does just feel like Jana, because she's so petite as well, I think, she just kind of blends into the background, I think. And it also kind of doesn't help that black and white background and then a black outfit. Yes, it has sparkles, and yes, it does eventually change into the pink colour, but there's moments where she does just get lost, it feels like. And again, I love the song. I think it was completely unfair, some of the things people were saying. I mean, I said I thought it might be a bit too sexual for Eurovision audiences, in the sense that not everybody is going to like somebody slut dropping. There's no problem with her. If she wants to do that, let her do that. Don't call her all these names under the sun. That's inappropriate as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Would you mind touching my face, Bernardo? There we go. Back in focus. All right. We move on to Malta. Claudia Faniello. That voice does not falter. She can sing for days. Look, I really like this. I love the gold chandelier. I love the dress. I just think it works. I don't have much to add from the first rehearsal. We've said it all before. She's strong.
I think the key thing with Claudia is that she can sing, but she can also act.
Yeah.
Because we have so many female balladeers this year who just sing.
Yeah.
And they
scream.
Yes, and they're essentially just high-class karaoke performers. But she has the emotion, she has the hand gestures, the facial movements, and she just makes you feel the song. And the song isn't that particularly powerful of a song, but Claudia says it so well that you feel moved by it, even though you know deep down that you shouldn't. The staging was much the same as the last day. They've changed Claudia's hair, it's more styled this time, and I think she was trying out a different dress. Both looks I thought were fine. Yes, I don't have much more to add, but I'm growing more and more confident that this will be in the final, even though I had written it off completely the day it won the final in Malta.
And her vocals are so strong. Coming after a dance number where you don't get to show off your vocals, it's great to hear this power ballad.
Oh, 100%. I think that this has been one of the revelations of the entire rehearsal period was Malta. I had it as a complete no-hoper. Now, I actually think that she is comfortably qualifying for the final, because she really should. She deserves to. Those vocals, with that song and that emotion she pours into it, it all just comes together, and it is actually kind of a wow moment, just the entire performance. It's 3 minutes of wow, because she controls it to begin with, and then she goes for it, and that's perfect.
And we are lapping it up. Wrapping up the second rehearsals from semi-final 2 was Romania, Yodel It, Alinka featuring Alex Floria. Alinka yodeled it, and she yodeled it with passion in a red thigh-skimming dress. She looked amazing, and it really helped bring her in focus. Yes, there are all these colors in the background, but she really stands out. The cannon trick worked better this time. He didn't fall off of it. He's more secure. He's more confident. This is still engaging and still interesting. We've seen it several times now, but I still enjoyed it, which was what was interesting, because sometimes these gimmicks or bright things get dull. This didn't get dull. This is still shining bright. Shining
bright like a diamond. And this diamond doesn't need to be polished. I don't have much more to add. They're such an attractive couple as well, which will help with televotes. And they kind of have this chemistry, and there's moments at the start of it where she's like, I don't want to yodel with you, go away. But then by the end of it, he shows her his big cannon and she's won over. It's great, and it's such fun, and the staging is just full of colour and life. And it's very hard not to kind of tap along and just get involved in it.
Yeah, I mean, it was still just very good. It was what we came to expect from the last time. You know, Alex got it right. I don't know whether they added like glitter or sparkles to the cannon. It felt like it popped a little bit more this time. I mean, certainly there was glitter when I was in the arena, like you could see it's coated in the stuff, but I don't know whether or not that was there and we just didn't see it first time in the first rehearsal. But otherwise, yeah, there's still no explosion from the confetti, which we're assuming is coming from the cannon, which now makes me wonder whether there is going to happen, because, you know, it kind of feels a bit like when we were saying with Uzari and Maimuna in 2015, we were like, oh no, we're sure Belarus will have something else with the staging, and we kept on hoping and hoping and waiting, and it never turned up. And it just feels like it really should. But I'm now beginning to wonder whether or not it will.
It would definitely create a mess. We need a lot of crew to kind of... It'll be interesting to see where they put the breaks. When do they perform in this? I mean, do you know?
They're 5th.
Oh, so maybe there's a break after.
Early for a break.
Yeah, maybe
would. We'll see that.
We'll see soon enough.
Dress rehearsals, I think, is when we'll start to see what will happen with that.
But I've got to say, I think this is rightfully 6th favorite in the odds to win. It's just so much fun. Who knows?
Probably should be higher.
Yeah, we will see how they do. In any case, those are the reactions we had to these 5 rehearsals. What do you think? You can watch all of them on wiwi.tv, so let us know what you make of them.
Make sure to subscribe.
And let us know who your favourite from the 5 was in the comment section below.
Throw some shade, throw some light. We'll see you later. Bye!